What's up, you guys? Saj the Boss here, and I got a special message before I start this video. Well, to infinity and beyond! Well, guys, I just saw Buzz Lightyear, aka Lightyear, in cinema just recently today, and it was a fantastic movie. Today, guys, I'm gonna give you my non-spoiler review of the new Lightyear movie, and this movie is a phenomenal roller coaster. With that being said, let's get on today's review over our Buzz Lightyear movie. Okay, before I begin this video, I kind of want to talk to you guys about going into this movie. Well, going into this movie, I was extremely excited for this film. This film has a lot of anticipation for me, just because I love Toy Story. I grew up with it as a kid, and there's so much things that I love about the franchise. But the thing that really got my eye was Andy. This is Andy's childhood we're talking about. We always thought Andy went to film school and created this movie. But no, he did not. This is his favorite movie that he watched as a kid. That's a non-spoiler right there, but that's the whole message about this film. And it was kind of, it's hard to spoil this at all, but there's no Andy in it. Sorry. There's no Andy. But there's 3 post-credit scenes, though. 3 post-credit scenes. Okay, so with that being said, going into the movie, let's talk about the overall plot of the film, and yes, let's begin. Okay, the plot about this movie is all about a time inversion. It's all about a time inversion. Pretty much a time inversion it's pretty much a big time loop where you travel back in time, and you keep on doing it, and the clock makes you look 4 years older at a time. But on Earth, it goes time goes really far out through time. It could be 20 years later, all the way up to 100 years later. It's almost like Back to the Future without the expectapoxia, whatever the big word is from Back to the Future. You know what I mean? Felix capacitor. It's like that without that. So, yes. Okay, so overall, this film had it all for me. Starring the main role instead of Tim Allen as Buzz Lightyear is Chris Evans. If you don't know who Chris Evans is, he played Captain America in the MCU. Including this had to be said about this, I was really extremely surprised about how organic he played Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear, Tim Allen played him as a douchey character. He actually played this character and gave him a heart. They gave him a beat. Give him that the power that we all have been wanting to see. And he did it really well. And he did it beautifully. The whole adaptation of Lightyear, of Buzz, was incredible. I wanted to see what's next with the character. There's so much growth and so much, CGI designs. I loved it. And if you've not seen the Disney Plus behind the scenes / making of the Lightyear movie, you know that the animator who originally drew Buzz and kept on creating the character was really heavily responsible for this movie, and the artwork was gorgeous. I saw it in 3D, by the way. As we're on the subject to the characters, there's a couple of new characters in this movie that are a lot of fun, including the lovable Socks the Cat. Socks the Cat is almost like the Apple version of a for real friend. You know, the pet animatronics that kind of respond to you by touching and sound. Stuff like that. It's pretty much like that. And Goose is lovable. He's amazing. His name is referenced from Top Gun, if you're wondering. The movie's kind of the Top Gun kind of feel and kind of juice, if you ask me. Or the fruit of Top Gun. But this movie, this honestly has a lot of fun with Goose. Goose is probably my new favorite Pixar sidekick, just because he's fun, he's funny, he's super talented, he knows what he's doing, and he's just a really fun goofball of a character. I don't want to spoil too much about the character, but he's just a whole lot of fun. It brings cuteness to Pixar. Yeah, I know we have a couple juggernauts to Disney now that it's really hard to beat. We have Baby Yoda, we have Groot, and we also have Socks the Cat, and also my boy Sven the Reindeer. But, okay, that's what Socks. Also, I don't want to give too much about some of the other characters. There's a character who, his name is Izzy, which was a phenomenal character. Great casting choice. She was really phenomenal, very organic. The role was pretty well portrayed. It was awesome. Frank Montini was in it, which was phenomenal to see him. I was not expecting to see him in the movie as much, but he was a really fun character. He played his quirky self like usual. He played him as a spaceman. Played his usual self as a spaceman, which is a whole lot of fun. He's a little bonkers, a little zany at times. It's just super fun, super fun. There's also an older gentleman who's on parole. I'm not really sure who he is, but I'm assuming he's the guy from the beginning of the trailer, but it was not him. I'm kind of confused on that. But yeah, it was that guy as well. Pretty organic. Okay, so pretty much that's all the characters in a nutshell. Now guys, let's talk about some of my favorite things about this movie. Well, this movie has a wonderful message. A wonderful message about teamwork and accepting others and believing in yourself and believing in others as a whole. That's the whole message about Lightyear. That's the whole message in the whole movie. And Pixar loves to have like hidden messages to life and hidden meanings to the world itself. And this one was no different. It had a beautiful message. The message is like poetry, it rhymes, it flows through like a river. It was a metaphoric adventure, and it did it justice. So that was one of my favorite things about the movie. Another thing about it is the growth through Buzz Lightyear throughout the film. He really grows up. He understands what his purpose is for, even though he might be frustrated at times. He overcomes his obstacles, and he has a growth mindset, which I love that about the character. All of them have growth mindsets, but he has a lot of accountability in others throughout the film. It just grows. It really grows on you. It really grows like a flower. It blossoms. I just don't want to give too much about Lightyear himself, Mr. Buzz Lightyear, but he was awesome. He even looked gorgeous at times, too. He looked like everything I saw in my childhood, but almost the live action kind of feel, but it's not live action. It was awesome. It was an awesome movie. Another thing I really like about the film, like I said about the characters, I really like the CGI. The CGI, the backgrounds, the art, it really pops out at times. And I thought it was going to give it that 1990s/late 80s kind of vibes, like space vibes. It sort of did. It sort of got some Star Wars in there. Sprinkled a little Star Trek. Maybe a hair, if you're looking for it, a hair of a normal space adventure. But it honestly had everything you're looking for in a space movie. It was awesome. It got a hair of Back to the Future. That's what you're looking for, a hair of Back to the Future. But this movie was excellent as a whole. That's pretty much all the things I really enjoyed about the movie without giving too much away. But I only have one gripe about the movie. One gripe is, I don't want to spoil who the villain is, but you may know who it is already. But I wish they gave him more time. I wish it elaborated more on the character. I just really, really wanted a little bit more with him. There was he's only in there about 5 minutes, and the way he was introduced was kind of sour. But if they didn't make it like a sour, pungent flavor to the character, I feel like they would have made it even better, in my opinion. It almost gave it a Doc Brown vibe, you know. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I really feel like Doc Brown. Okay. So, with that being said, with all the things I liked and griped about, I want to recommend this to you. So, how would I recommend this movie to others? Well, this movie is amazing. This movie is filled with leadership, filled with accountability, filled with growth mindsets throughout the film. This film is honestly a 10 out of 10. A perfect family movie. It is a movie to show your kids, to introduce them to Toy Story, introduce them to Buzz Lightyear. And a movie I recommend before watching this is Toy Story 2. Just because there's a lot of things that are mentioned throughout the movie, which I was kind of freaking out when I saw the movie too, because I love Toy Story 2. It's actually my favorite Toy Story, if you ask me. But it actually had some really good vibes. So I recommend it to any young family, any family that wants to take the kids out on a rainy day this summer or a babysitter. Take them out to see Lightyear. They will have a phenomenal time with the movie. And it was meant for boys and girls. There's so much to it. And Disney loves including equality and pride to their movies. And the LGBTQ community as well. I don't want to give too much away with that, but it was amazing. And for all the families out there who want to see this, it's okay to be who you are. And that's what the movie is. It's almost a metaphor of how your childhood was, and you're trying to blast off to infinity and beyond. The beyond is your new chapter in life, your next chapter, what you're going to do. And that quote has this amazing message. So with all that being said, Buzz Lightyear, or Lightyear the movie, was phenomenal. No wonder why Andy loved this movie so much. It was a very organic movie. with so much growth, so much well-developed characters, and it was a really fun movie. This has to be one of my new favorite Pixar movies. I love all Pixar, and this is honestly a great one for the Toy Story franchise. I can't wait to see what they go next. I'm hoping we get a sequel, but hopefully we get a Woody movie soon with Tom Hanks, and I wish Tim Allen was in it. Maybe Tim Allen will actually be in the sequel. Never know. With that being said, that was another episode of Sasha Boss, and I see you guys later for more movie reviews like this and other reviews. Please check out the channel, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you later for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.